Your state and local policies related to admissions will be changing quite frequently throughout the next year. SimpleTix will provide you a great set of tools to stay open and to follow all the new mandatory guidelines as they change. In this video, we'll create an event and set up specific time slots where we have a maximum number of attendees that will allow you to control foot traffic. I'll also show you how to support contact tracing efforts using our box office ticket scanning app, so you can see who's scanning and when you scan them in. And finally, I'll show you how to send emails directly through SimpleTix, such as event reminders, as well as guideline changes. All right, let's dive in. All right, so the first step is putting in the basic event details, choosing our event category, then selecting a venue. You can create a brand new venue if you don't have this venue already in your system. And finally, pasting in our event details. Now we'll drop in a nice image that represents our botanical garden. Now we'll create all of our event dates. We're going to create a reoccurring pattern here, so I'll choose multiple dates and times. And I'll choose a weekly reoccurring pattern. Now our park is closed on Monday, but we're open the other days of the week, so I'll choose 6 days a week right here. And our business will start on September 1st, and we're going to create all the different time slots for all of September and October. So I'll choose October 31st as our cutoff date here. Don't worry, we can add additional dates and times in the future. All right, now we'll create our very first time slot. So the park opens at 8 a.m. We'll choose 8 a.m. right here. And we're going to do 2-hour time slots, but leave a 30-minute gap in the middle. That way we have enough time to clean the park and push everybody out. So 10:30 will be the next time slot. And again, it'll be 2 hours long, so I will choose 12:30 there. And let's create one more time slot, starting at 3:30. That goes to 5:30. Awesome, so we've created all of our time slots. Now click continue. And now we'll set up our ticket prices. So we'll create one price group right now for members. And the quantity, we'll leave that blank because that doesn't really matter, because the capacity that we'll really listen to is down below. We'll set that next. The ticket price is $10, and we'll leave a description on here to remind people that they have to bring their member ID when they show up to the venue. And we're going to want to limit the groups to just 2 people. That way we don't get too tied up with folks in the middle. All right, and we'll create one more price group called non-members. And that'll be $25. And just like before, we'll put a maximum of 2 tickets per order on that one too. Awesome. Now this is the most important part of our whole video right here, is a total capacity per event time. That's 10. And that's to enforce social distancing and smaller groups. Awesome, so we've created our events, we've created all of our times, and we set the capacity of 10 per individual time group. Awesome, let's check out our event page right here. This is how it looks. These are all the event details. And here's the option to buy tickets. And you can see all the times right here as well. And people can buy tickets with a maximum of 2. And on the back end of the website, you can see all the different times that we created. And if you ever need to delete or add them, you can do it from here as well. Now I'll show you our new kiosk ticket scanning mode, where attendees can scan their own tickets. Now let me show you how to scan tickets in the contactless environment. So the very first step will be to select your event time. And here you can see all of your attendees. And to turn on your ticket scanner, go ahead and click this QR code icon here. Now we'll turn on our brand new Kiosk Mode feature. Now the Kiosk Mode feature is turned on. This is ideal for situations where you want customers to scan their own tickets. Let me show you an example. So a customer could walk up, point their phone to the device, and it instantly scans their ticket. The background noise of the ding is really loud, so you know right away if the person scanned in a successful ticket or not. Now, if you're curious if someone's scanning in the wrong tickets or invalid tickets or repeat scans, it'll sound like this. Now you know right away if this customer needs help. But at this point, your ticket scanning can be completely without your staff, and then people can walk up and scan their own tickets. Okay, so for the final step in today's video, I'll show you how you can do an email blast to all of your attendees. So you'll choose event, then you'll choose your event, and then you'll choose attendee management. And then over here, you'll choose a specific event time. So let's grab an event that's in the future. Any event in the past, you cannot include the e-tickets. It'll just be more of a follow-up email. But if it's in the future, you'll have the option to include e-tickets. So I've selected my event, which is in the future. I will choose the option here called Email Attendees. And by default, it'll include the e-tickets. However, if you don't want to include the e-tickets, just uncheck it here, and the e-tickets will not be included on the email. But most cases, you'd like to include the e-tickets on the email. And if you want to include a custom message on the email, you can totally do that. So I'll say hello, and I'll say first name. So the attendee's first name will automatically be there. And I can put any other message I'd like here as well. So for example, this is a 3 p.m. start time. If I'd like to tell them specifically, hey, show up at 2:45 p.m., you can say messages like that. And the 2:45 p.m. will be specific for this because this is the 3 p.m. time. By mid-July, we'll have the option to have these go out in the future. So you can send, hey, I'd like this email to go out at a certain time. You can specify that in the bottom of the page. We'll have that option by mid-July. And we'll also have the ability that these emails go out automatically where you don't have to go in here and set it. It'll be preset for you, and then you can create additional ones or remove them. Thanks for watching this video today. We've been working hard at Simple6 the last couple months to adapt our platform and to add all the features that you need for social distancing and all the COVID prevention. So thanks again for watching. If you need anything, please reach out to us. We're here for you.